Hey everyone, I am Michelle. I am an independent designer with Chalk Couture. I thought I would do a short video. So I've already got some of it ready. I thought I would just kind of at the last minute do one. So I've already gotten what I wanted to do. I'm going to do, it's just a small one. It says together, so blessed and thankful. I know it's backwards. I don't know how to flip it on my computer. Let's see. I don't know if there is a way to flip it on here. I'm not sure. I don't think there is. I know how to do it on my phone and on my tablet, but I don't know how to do it on my computer. But anyways, I've already stirred I'm going to use buttermilk. I am going to use raspberry sorbet. So I just need to stir this one real quick. You always want to stir your chalk pastes before you use them, just to kind of stir up the pigments and stir them up, make sure that they're ready to go. Make sure that they don't need any water or anything. Make sure that they're not dry. Make sure that they're all a nice consistency. They want to be all nice and kind of loose and just kind of nice and easy to work with. When I look at the computer screen, it just kind of looks a little hard to tell what the colors look like, but they are nice and pretty. This one is it's called Tide. So if you can tell, it's kind of, like I said, it's kind of hard to tell. It kind of looks a little kind of broken up. So I just kind of want to stir it up, make sure it's not all liquidy on top. So I want to stir it, mix it up, make sure it's all mixed in. I just want it to be all nice and workable. So once it is all nice, good to go, I am good to do my pasting. So I don't exactly know whether or not these three colors are going to work. I just thought I'd throw them together. The nice thing about chalking is that they are washable. And the board that I have it on is that it is a chalkboard. It is a washable chalkboard. So I can easily wash it off if I don't like it, or if I make a mistake. I can easily just wipe it off, wash it off, do it over again. If I get tired of it, I can, have it on the board, have it for a while, take it off, redo it, do something else. Change it out, different seasons. I don't have to keep it unless I seal it. That's the nice thing about Chalk Couture and chalk paste and things like that. I can redo it. Love it. So, the thing about these three words, I know that they really didn't go together, but I just kind of left them together because I kind of like the three words, and I really love how, it just kind of brings them together. The word together, so blessed and so thankful. And with Christmas or Thanksgiving coming up and everything like that, all three of them are very meaningful, and everything, it's just, I really didn't want to break them up. I just I like them all together. So I thought I'd just leave them all together and just put them all three in just very bold colors and keep them all together, but just keep them all separated by three bold colors at the same time to kind of have them separated that way at the same time. So I am going to do the top one in yellow because I figured I'd separate them by strong colors that way. So I am just going to put the paste all over the word here. I want to make sure that it's covered the word completely. So where the word is, it is actual a mesh. There's like a mesh lining of actually where it's at. So it's not actually a hole. It's a mesh lining, and it's just like a fine fabric. So you want to be very careful with how much you put there and how fast you work as well, because you don't want it to dry right there, because if you leave too much there and don't let it, and if you let it dry too much, then it will actually not go through that mesh fabric, and it can actually dry and not actually leave the paste on your board. So you want to be careful with that. So once you get it all over, you just squeegee off all the extra paste. That's the nice thing about this. You do not need very much paste on it. So you just take off the extra paste, which is what I did right there. I just kind of see the letters. And then since I'm going to be doing 3 different spots, I actually do not want this to dry here. So I'm going to lift this up and I'm going to break that seal. So that way it does not dry there. By breaking that seal, it releases it. So that way my screen moves away from my chalkboard. And now I have a perfect word. And I just have my word together. Like I said, I know it's backwards, so it doesn't look like the word together to you, but it is there. So I am actually going to dry it because I do not want it to, my transfer to fall back on it while it's still wet. I don't have to dry it very much, just a little bit so it doesn't lay back down on it wet. And that's it. Once I'm done with it, I am going with this yellow. I am going to close it because I do not want my paste to dry out. Because I am done with my yellow. So now I will go to my raspberry sorbet. So I am going to spread it out all over the word, just like I did with together. And then I am going to do the same thing. I'm going to take my another little squeegee here, and I am going to remove the excess paste, because I do not want to leave any excess paste, because I can still use all this excess paste, because it can go a very long way by saving this paste. Why waste paste if I can still use it? So now that one, I got that one covered, I am going to, I think I missed a little bit just at the very top here. So I'm going to get that here a little bit more. Do you notice that you didn't quite get a spot? Just go back over it. No big deal. Just go back and get it. And then just break that seal. Just like I did with Together. Break the seal. And I'm going to dry this one as well. Doesn't have to be dried very much, just a little bit, just to dry it so that way it can lay back over, so that way it won't ruin it. And then the last one, the last color, we're thankful. I'll get it all covering the whole word. And then I will take my squeegee and I remove the excess paste. And then I can remove the rest of my transfer. And then I am just going to set it aside. Let me just close this up. So this bottom one, the tide, is a little bit darker, and with it being on black, it's going to be dark on the board. So it's going to be a little bit harder to see, but it is still there. And with the light, let's see if I can block out the light that's in the living room a bit, if you can see it. But it's still, you can still see it there. I might have to just take a picture of it and just show it on Facebook on my page. But you can see it there a little bit. But from my view, you can definitely see it. It's definitely there. It looks very pretty. I love it. It definitely stands out. You can definitely see the Together, so blessed and thankful. And definitely around this time of year, definitely going into Thanksgiving and everything, I'm always very blessed and thankful and very happy to have my family and friends and everybody. So if you are very blessed and thankful to have all your family and friends, give me the likes, give me the hearts, share my video, help me pass on the word about my Facebook page, Artistic Designs, and by M&M, which is my initials, M&M. It's going to help me pass these little designs around. I just want to show what I can do, and there's a whole bunch of these. I'm going to be making a whole bunch more, so please help me pass it on. I just want to show people what I can do. Thanks. Bye.